Little thing from the East Coast, looking like that. Hey, radio dispatch, gotta tell you it's a cheat code. Looking like that, got me looking up, down, right, left.
Baby, was the bedroom for us not to get comfy? Was the bedroom for us not to stand tall?
Wait a sequel, I'm trying to run it back. Oh no, I'm trying to run it back.
Okay, got my heart just beating, she's leaving with it, says she can keep it. I'm a firm believer, no leaving, I better feed the meter. Every time I see her, my knees are weaker, ain't breathing either. Nothing sweeter, that burning fever, my heat.
I told my mama you would've won. She said, okay, son, go get it done, go love her a bunch. I told my best friend you were a 10, won't mess it up again. He said you want a bed, let's break bread.
You was working in retail, back room doing emails. New tab with a vision board, got it all written in detail. Dirty whip need a detail, off from hitting those Jeep trails. Set sail, wanna see whales, to get to Europe and see whales. Told your mom that you finished college, but now you think you don't need Yale. Got voicemails left on the cell, she seems mad but she means well. Wishing life could just be real, now on the phone doing be real. Scared thinking that we fail, but I got it baby, so please chill.
1, 2.
Little thing from the East Coast, looking like that. Hey, radio dispatch, gotta tell you it's a cheat code. Looking like that, got me looking up, down, right, left.
Baby, was the bedroom for us not to get comfy? Was the headroom for us not to stand tall?
Wait a sequel, I'm trying to run it back. Oh no, I'm trying to run it back with you.
Sandy, Kovacs, I keep 100 on me. Oh yeah, throw that, they never running on me. I snap, Kodak, just take this moment for me. Sandy, Kovacs, I keep 100
Look at this, Slam. My first Christmas card of the season.
I snap, Kodak, just take this moment for me.
Little thing from the East Coast, looking like that. Hey, radio dispatch, gotta tell you it's a cheat code. Looking like that, got me looking up, down, right, left.
Baby, was the bedroom for us not to get comfy? Was the headroom for us not to stand tall?
Wait a sequel, I'm trying to run it back. Oh no, I'm trying to run it back with you.
My first Christmas card of the season came from Slam. Scott, I still have the one you sent me like 2 years ago. And I had a couple others from guys in the group, but this is the first one of the season. Love it. All right, Chris. And I got to tell you guys, I got to show you something quick. Hopefully my sister doesn't like pop on. I don't think she normally does. But, dude, I was going to order a mug for my sister. I just saw the idea. For those of you guys who play Wordle, my sister loves Wordle. She got me into it. I love it. I mean, it was obviously a fad for a while there. But I still play it. She still plays it. Sent this idea to Chris. And I was like, hey, can you do this for me? And he's like, what do you want on the back? I said, this picture. This is 25 minutes ago, I think. Something like that. Dude has it done. Done. I'm just going to send him a label for shipping. Like, if you need stuff like personalized gifts, things like that, I mean, order a few things at a time so you save a little bit on shipping because, you know, shipping does cost. So he has to work that in, but you're paying that anywhere now. Unless you order like $200 worth of stuff, which I'm sure if you do with Chris, he would cover your shipping too. But Chris, you are the man. I can't thank you enough. I'm gonna toss you like, and Chris, just be honest right now. Someone wants that cup. How much is it? Because I'm paying him whatever he said he's charging. I said I don't want discounts, man. I don't like that. I am going to tell you guys this. I'm going to speed rip this. The reason being, it's my son's 6th birthday. It's Cohen's 6th birthday. He actually has... Ooh, look at that. He actually has... That's crazy cheap. Chris, you're too cheap on that. Well, too cheap on that, man. But that, you know, we'll talk about that. Well, maybe if I do more, I'll take that discount. I feel like I told my brother, like, he'll probably only charge me like $15. That's awesome, man. And to get it done that quickly, like if you go to one of those online places, they're gonna want, you know, 5 days to process it, another 3 days to ship it, and then I love this about those places. It's always like your order's been shipped, and then it sits in transit for 4 days before it gets picked up. Dwayne McBride. There's a Deuce. I love Blasters of Donruss, by the way, not to get off topic here, because you get so many cards, Such a great collector's product. There's a Rashee Rice and a Dalton Kincaid. Probably won't sleep. We're not going to sleep up all rookies, obviously, but I'll throw a few over there. We're obviously hunting for some inserts, maybe some blaster exclusives like this. Hendon Hooker, very cool. We got the Mingo and Talib Lotu. But like I said, I want to get through it. Anyhow, it's my son's 6th birthday, and he has his first wrestling tournament. Man, you got to take care of your time though too, man. If you want to buy new machines, see, what you got to realize, Chris, is it's not the cost and stuff. You're not just. It's like when you use your car, right, to do business. They're not just paying you just for the gas. You got to realize, like, to replace equipment's expensive, right? Or if you mess one up, there's a margin of error you got to worry about there. That's on you. You're not going to charge them for your mistakes. But I appreciate that so much about you. I was looking at it online. I'm like, why am I even looking at this? We should be doing this business with Chris. Michael Wilson and Clayton Tune. I need them Cardinals to win this week. Rooting for them Cardinals. I think Miami, right? Did they play Miami? No, San Fran. Is it San Fran or Miami they play? It's San Fran. I don't care if they win. They just can't let the San Fran defense tear up. I need the San Fran defense to do poorly against them. I need them to score a lot. I hope it's a high-scoring game. I don't care who wins. JSN with the red and green holiday exclusive. There you go. You'll love that for PC there, Scott. It's the wear and tear on equipment. Josh knows because you do it with, it's like what you do with landscaping and stuff like that. It's like, sure, it's not just my time. And regardless of how you feel about the skill, it's like, go buy one of these mowers. Go buy, the speed I can do it at. If you buy that equipment, you're not doing it as fast and as nice as I can, right? That's exactly right, Slam. Yeah, that's a nice card, Scott. It's exactly right, Scott. Or Slam. It goes in a lot more than just like getting rich off of it. You got to make sure you cover yourself. Well, they ask that, and they'll ask you, and they'll ask the 4 other people they get quotes from, and they'll be like, I'll do it myself. And then they'll go to buy a blower. I hear this story all the time, and I'm just using the blower for an example, right? They'll go to rent, whatever piece of equipment they need, or they'll go buy one, like, I'm just going to have them do it. I'll spend more renting this, and then they get started, and they end up, if they're like, I can do this myself, 90% of the time, they get started, and didn't he have a couple touchdowns last night? They get started, and sure enough, they're like, I'm not doing this. I'll just call someone. You know how I know that? Not only from the stories I've heard, I've done it myself. I've learned to use a contractor for certain things, a landscaper for certain things. Plus, if you know someone that does it, support your friends, guys. Support your friends if you, what is it going to save you, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then crunch time. Dalvin Cook with the Jets with a Jared Goff red frame. Oh, my landscaper's the same way. People will complain, then he'll be like, look, I have no problem. You can go get other quotes. Absolutely. Just go get some other quotes. And then they're always calling back, still trying to negotiate. He's like, you called me back, Obviously, you found out that my price wasn't bad, or you wouldn't be calling me back. Or you want the work that I do. I do better work. Amon-Ra, he can have a good game this week. I'm cool with that. Stetson Bennett, Jalen Hurts. So I need to ask your honest opinion on something. All right? I want to ask your opinion. So, Josh Allen leads the league in completions, in yardage. He leads the league in yardage and in total touchdowns. So that's rushing and passing combined. All right. Leads the league in touchdowns. And now he also is tied with the most interceptions. Right. But up there are a lot of other stats as well. So here's my question to you. These are the holiday blasters, by the way. These are the standard blasters. If Allen wins this week against the Cowboys, all right, and let's just hypothetically say he beats the Chargers and the Pats, and they're going for the division win. Let's say they win the division. What would be your reason for him not being MVP this year? I just got to know. Yeah, well, that's a couple people's number one number one fantasy pick this week. Well, what would be the reason that Josh Allen isn't the MVP this year? At least if you're going to pick a quarterback. And I think Tyreek Hill not playing the whole game is going to hurt if he doesn't play this week or he's limited this week in his production. I think that's going to hurt him. I think the only other non-quarterback position that's in question is Christian McCaffrey. For whatever reason, he's not really being like discussed. So it comes down to Purdy, Dak, Hurts. There's someone I'm missing, I'm sure. But so the argument was, I keep reading online, is there's no reason. A lot of people saying no reason. Why are we even talking about Josh Allen? Ooh, there we go. Rated rookie Anthony Richardson for the Colts. Going out to Rob. See, Scott, you're just looking at interceptions. So they were doing a thing. They said, all right, so over the last 4 years, the person in the Super Bowl, and they looked at the people winning, both sides, AFC, NFC. And they said, they looked at like, where Tom Brady was the year he won the Super Bowl in interceptions? Second. Mahomes led the league a year in interceptions. He won the Super Bowl. And they said, I don't understand why people think that. He goes, and then who was lowest and started every game? They're like Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield. They went through these names. They're like, the guy who throws the most interceptions oftentimes is the guy that's up there. And people think he's not a good pass. Like, dude, the guy has amazing passer rating. Absolutely amazing passer rating. He's got some interceptions. If you go back and watch, a lot of them are because of how hard he throws the ball, unfortunately. And, there's a few that are absolutely his fault throwing into coverage. But more often than not, there we go. Jordan Addison, yeah, I think so too, but I don't think that, you're talking about like fan people that vote for them. How does it work? Isn't it a pool like kind of like the college, the college bowl series? There's a committee. Isn't that how it works with, that's it, Israel Abanaconda. That's our one. That must be one per box. There's a Charbonnet. Michael Meyer, he had a touchdown last night. Hill and CMC, you think Hill's going to win MVP? Have you checked his odds out lately? They have dropped drastically. Because of his injury mostly, he's not winning. And that was the argument. They're like, I put like a little bet on him. I put 10 on him. And then after this week, my bet dropped to like $3.85. And I just cashed it out. Because like if I thought he had a chance, I would keep it. I think after last week, Hill doesn't have a chance. I think CMC has a slight chance. But I think to Chris's point, I think like it's kind of one of those things where the question's going to rise. Is it Purdy or is it, CMC? I've seen arguments for both, legitimate arguments on both sides. So I think that's what hurts Purdy. Right now, it's clearly Dak's to lose. I think so. I think Jalen Hurts has kind of worked himself out, at least temporarily. Not that he can't get back in the conversation. I think Lamar Jackson needs to be in the conversation just because of what's going on there. Rookie Revolution, Anthony Richardson. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this quickly. We got to leave here at 5:25 for this tournament. Oh, Scott, I am not going to argue with you. If you go into the most valuable player, I wish they would define, like, is there a definition of what the qualification is? Because to me, I said it needs to be renamed most valuable quarterback. Just make it that. I know there have been people but did Cooper Kupp win it the year he had that amazing season? He won Super Bowl MVP. What, did he win like the Triple Crown or whatever it's called? Like, what did he won like a very big accolade as a receiver. He didn't win MVP that year. If he didn't win it that year, why should anyone else get it? Bryce Young just got something. Oh, right here, the Panthers. Nothing else. I'll show you real quick. Here's what we've only done the blasters so far. I'll do a recap at the end. These were our only hits so far. The holiday blasters, which we have 3 of, they actually have sweaters in them. The base blasters aren't guaranteed anything. So Either way, it's going to be a wild ride leading up to playoffs. If we lose to the Cowboys, our season's not done, and our chances are a little bit better now that we beat the Chiefs. But we would 100% have to win out, and we would have to see teams like the Steelers, the Texans, and the Bengals continue to fall off a little bit in order to get in, which it could happen. Well, that's my thought about Dak. Is that, well, listen, it's like how I felt about the Patriots and they were really good. You don't bet against them until they give you a reason to. And they really never gave you a reason not to bet against them, like to bet against them, I mean. Dak's never given us a full season reason. A little alliteration there for you. Or rhyming. I don't think he's given me enough of a reason yet to think he'll finish out the season. Their schedule is still brutal, although they took care. That's a cool card. Who's got the Bills? Slam. I look at it this way, Nick. I've always thought of that. I think offensive player of the year has ultimately become non-quarterback positions. No one said this, but this seems to be the gist. Yeah, we pulled two of them, Chris. We pulled a JSN and the JSN and Israel Abanaconda has been our red and green. But anyhow, Nick, I think it's MVP becomes quarterback. And offensive player of the year is a skill position, non-quarterback skill position. Running back, wide receiver, tight end. Doesn't that seem like it's the gist of it? So I feel like I wish they would rename it. Most valuable quarterback, most valuable skill position. Like, at least let's call it what it is. It's like, yeah, like the court. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like the bridesmaid, right? Because it's not fair to these like guys like Hill and McCaffrey. When you look at it, they should really. Why are their odds so low? Because we've known from experience that they're not going to win. Oh, I want that rule to change so bad, Scott. It's the dumbest rule in football, in my opinion. You're telling me if I start at my own one and I march all the way down to the 1 yard line and I fumble and it goes out of the end zone, it's not a touchback like it would be if it was a punt. If I punted that ball from the 1 and kicked it out to the back of the end zone, right? It is a touchback. But if I fumble it and it goes to the end zone, it's still my ball. Like in theory, but nope, they get it and they get it. It's a safety and they get the ball back. You get two. You've done nothing but caused a regular fumble. It just so happened to be at the goal line. Why he didn't play last night, I don't know. Yeah, I hate that rule. I'm so happy they're going to change it. Tajay Spears, these sweaters are nice. I hope they don't get rid of the tush push. Yes. Did it hurt us in our game? Absolutely. Do I want to go against the Eagles on a 4th down or a 3rd down and because of that? No. There you go. Nice Zay Flowers, red and green. But that's because not a lot of teams can do it. Doesn't make it illegal. All right. And they're going to call it a safety issue? F out of here with that. A safety issue? Come on. You want to talk about... We can talk about other safety issues. How do you feel, Scott? Do you want them to keep it the way it is or change it? Is that what you call it? The poo-poo punch? Is that the tush push? What do they call it? The tush push, the brotherly shove. Sorry, I really wish I wish I didn't have to rush through this, but again, I don't know if you were in when I said it. It's my son's 6th birthday, and he has his very first wrestling tournament tonight. Funny story about that. Steven Kibler in our group messaged me today. He said, "Your kids wrestle, right?" He lives about 30 minutes from me. And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "We're going to Melton for a wrestling tournament. Any chance you're going?" I'm like, "I am." I said, he goes, "Oh, well, it's his grandkid, I think." And he goes, "He's 5. He's wrestling in his first tournament." There's a sweet Bijan, way hot. And I said, what weight is he? He goes, I don't know, but there's our Aaron Rodgers patch out of a standard blaster for the Jets. He's like 50 pounds, or 35, 40 pounds. I'm like, he's going to probably wrestle my son. So there's a chance that Steven Kibler from our group is going to wrestle my son Cohen on his 6th birthday. So pumped for it. So if they do, I'll have to post it to the page. Will Levis. Speaking of Steven, did you see what Wildcard did for him? He had gotten a CJ Stroud, I think it's like out of 5 or something like that. Rashee Rice. He got an autograph from us. And it had a little bit of a smudge on the autograph. You know, it was already encased. He got a hold of Wildcard. They sent him a 7-card stud promo box. And 2 packs and like some other cards. Wait, are they talking about changing that, Scott, where the ball has to like cross the line fully or something? I don't want them to change that. That would be dumb. That would even add more subjectivity to it. Like we have enough subjectivity. That's one of the finite, like although there's still subjectivity, it's minimal. I didn't know they were talking about changing that. All right, this is our last blaster from this mix. We're gonna do another mix like this, similar. I just read what you wrote, Chris. Assistant to the regional manager. We will do 2 $5 hitless credits at the end of this, and we'll also do our Week 15 spots. Do I think the ball should be placed at the spot of lost control? I think that should happen on all fumbles if the offense recovers. You know how you can't advance it? It should go back to the spot of fumble. If I fumble and the ball goes 15 yards and my player jumps on it, we should retain possession, but it should go back to the spot of... You should never be able to get a first down as a result of a fumble, even if you didn't advance it. Because what becomes... I know this is far-fetched, but who's to say I don't plan a fumble forward and a guy's already up ahead waiting to jump on? You know, it's risky, but I could see a situation where maybe, just maybe, 2 Hendon Hookers here. You know, there could be a situation where that happens. I just think it should always go back to the spot of the fumble. Come on, downtown. I thought maybe that was one there. What's this? Power Plus. We're going to keep hunting these downtowns. I've seen a lot of people post them from out of the blasters and stuff. There's a Gibbs Bomb Squad. Clayton Tune and Aiden O'Connell. There we go. Little O'Connell action and Aaron Rodgers. All right, so that's the end of our blasters. Listen, you know, it doesn't add a ton to the cost of the break for doing all those. A couple bucks each blaster, not even. Dude, less than $2 per to get in, and it provides a lot of additional content. So, all right, we have just the autographs left. Let's start with 23, we'll end with 22. I know, with this first blaster ever. They could be right. I think more and more people are buying them, just one. Scott, that's exactly what I'm saying. What stops from just a planned fumble forward? You know, obviously the risk is there, but a play designer can tell you well enough if I put 3 guys up ahead and he pops it out, you know. If we're really up against it, why not? Tyon Evans. Oh, we got a 5 out of 5. Oh, it's harder on these to get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch it be this box. We do it. Tyon Evans is Carolina Panthers. You know that, right? be the first ones to do it. I hate rushing, guys. I'm sorry. If I didn't have to be down at this tournament, I would love to sit here and take my time. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping with the second mix I post up, you guys want to fill it and we can sit tonight and hang out. Hey, there he is. 1 out of 6. Who's got them Raiders? Good time for that card. Farva was slinging all over. Raiders going out to Jesse Bushel out of 6. For the Colts.
I'm going to take him.
Okay, I'll just leave Paxton here.
He's flipping out because he wants to open a present, and Paxton's going to the bathroom, and...
Okay, he can open a small one if he wants.
All right, go ahead. You can open... Daddy said you could open a small one.
Yeah, before he goes.
Quickly, honey, because we do have to leave.
You gonna open it here? You wanna say hi to everyone?
Hi.
He got his birthday dude shirt on. All right, let's see it. What is it? I'm gonna keep opening too. Will Mallory for the Colts. We'll open one more pack while you open your present. You gonna get your first pin tonight? Put that chin in the back, right?
Sure.
Jaden Reed, 1 out of 6. Did you get a Poppy 1 out of 6? Scott says happy birthday, Cohen.
What do you say?
Thank
Do
you.
you want to show him what you got? Here, bring it over here. Put it under this
Here,
camera.
I'll take your bath for you.
Here, look. Pretty cool.
All
All right, take it upstairs and open it.
Here, come on.
I'll see you at your
We gotta
tournament,
go.
all right?
We gotta go or they're not gonna let you wrestle.
Josh said happy birthday.
They say.
For the Cincinnati Bengals, Chase Brown. He actually is getting some time lately. And our last one. What's up, Pat? What are you all proud about? Just one. And for the Rams, 4 out of 6. They were all out of 6. That's crazy. Deshaun Johnson for the LA Rams. You want to think about that before you do it again? I was going to tell you could play around a Fortnite, but... Yeah, but you had your test today, and you said you think you got 100. Go up and have your stuff ready to go. Everything you're taking with you. I would pack your Switch.
I did.
All right. Go up, tell your mom goodbye, and come down and play one round. I can't promise you're going to finish it. Chris, I couldn't do it without you, man. I promise. This is why. It's non-stop, baby. I don't know how people do more than 2 kids. I really don't. Falale. I think that's the Ravens. We're going to look it up. Nick, how about the people that had Herbert, right? And Austin Eckler and Josh Jacobs very likely made their way into the playoffs. And last night we had to watch a combined 7 touchdowns between Aiden O'Connell and Easton Stick. And watch the Raiders score, 8 touchdowns, and Devontae Adams got 1 of them. Albeit he had a very good game fantasy-wise, especially PPR. We've already made that decision, Josh. We got a Jermaine Johnson for the Jets. 1 out of 3 for the Jersey Jets. Bob Riley. You got 3, but they're separated by ages a good bit, right? I don't know. Gino Brown. What's Gino's health like right now? Connor Hayward. 3 out of 4. Connor Hayward. That's going to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, so the 2 aren't. The 2 are like mine. 2.5, 3 years apart. And we have a Zacoby McClain, numbered out of 4. We're getting some low print stuff here. And that's going to be going out to the New Orleans Breakers. Let's see if we can figure out where else he was. He was on the Ravens briefly, so that will go to the Ravens. Yeah, dude, Scott, I can't imagine that's an easy age, specifically with girls, but I'm not looking forward to it with boys either. They say it's your birthday.
And it really is.
Jalen Naylor. Look at that. He's happy now. He got his video games. That's stinks. You have a bye? Nice, man. I'll tell you what. It would have been a week of all seasons. This would have been a good week to have a bye and just kind of tweak your team a little bit. That is going to be a 13 out of 15. We the People parallel. Isaiah Likely, he's finally getting involved. Andrew's done. Likely to take over that role. I just dropped him in a few leagues, and of course he has a good week fantasy-wise finally. And now I'm starting the likes of like the backup for the Packers it's playing. That's how it goes. Hey, you guys know this guy. Who's got him? Zach McCarthy. 3 out of 5. Brock Purdy. Chris isn't going to like that. He gave up his spot. You better send him like your OnlyFans for a month for free, Zach. Brock Purdy, 3 out of 5. Aiden O'Connell. Who's better? I don't know. We'll find out. They're both going to be starters going into next year. And our one of one is going to be De'Aaron King. It's a really cool parallel with the fireworks, but I have a feeling that that's going to have to actually get randomed. I don't think he ever did get picked up in the NFL. Carolina Panthers? Oh, he was with the Patriots and then the Panthers. So we'll go to the Panthers, last team.
The turtles are in shop.
The Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
For Fortnite?
Yes.
Uh-oh, you better start earning some money. All right, so no NILs. They've all been signed at this point. There's been enough injuries this year to get us through. That's a 1-1 to the Panthers. Anyone guess De'Aaron King? All right, guys, we're going to recap it for you quick. I'm going to get another one posted up tonight, so stay tuned. Do you, 2 weeks for the Turtles? Do you play, Scott? We had the O'Connell, the Hooker, Levis, Jalen Hurts, Crunch Time, Zay Flowers, Red and Green, Power Plus Allen, Bryce Young, Revolution Richardson, Bryce Young, Red and Green Abanaconda. That's a Canvas Richardson. We have Crunch Time Dalvin Cook, Red and Green JSN, and a Hendon Hooker Elite Series. Oh, Fortnite is 2 weeks. Your dad jokes are even too daddy for me, man. De'Aaron King. He'll talk for an hour now. De'Aaron King, 101 for the Carolina Panthers. Isaiah Likely for the Baltimore Ravens. You have 5 minutes. Jalen Naylor for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Sawyer. We got the Zacoby McClain going out to the Baltimore Ravens as well. Connor Hayward for the Pittsburgh Steelers going out to Lonnie. Jermaine Johnson for the Jets going out to Bob Riley. We have the Daniel Falale for the Baltimore Ravens. They got a few. Deshaun Johnson for the LA Rams going out to Levi. And then Chase Brown for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joseph Taylor. That's going to be numbered out of 4. Wow, really? Jaden Reed for the Green Bay Packers. Adam Freeman coming on strong. We had the Will Mallory. That goes out to the Indianapolis Colts. Rob Shelton. Tyon Evans to the Carolina Panthers as well. There you go, Dominic. 5 of 5. And then the patches were Aaron Rodgers for the New York Jets. Tajay Spears to the Tennessee Titans going out to Rob Shelton. And we had the Michael Wilson Clayton Tune for the Arizona Cardinals. All cards shipping this too. And then Jordan Addison with a really nice sweater there for the Minnesota Vikings to Sawyer. And then to close it out, how about Brock Purdy, Niners, Zach McCarthy, that's numbered out of 5. And an Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders out of 6. Not a bad little break. And, you know, chasing the downtowns. I like doing that. We're going to hit one. Buddy, I can't right now. No one else exists right now. Here we go. Top 2 and $5 hitless credits. Can you hear my kid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Slam! Josh wants to play Fortnite with you. Okay, what time? Jeff and Doug with the hitless credits. He wants to know what time, Josh. Now we're going to do week 15 pick'em. 1 spot, min roll 5. He has to go down to wrestling with me here in a minute, but I'll text you both of our names. We'll play trios. Steelers and, just the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lonnie, you're going to get the pick'em spot. And you don't have one, so you're good to go. We have enough to do it this week. All right, week 15 FanDuel. What?
I just did something crazy.
What'd you do crazy?
So the bus was going towards this bridge and I was on the top. Oh, Dad, I got a snowman.
The Giants is going to be Rob Shelton.
And so, do you know what I did?
What?
I jumped over it, ran and hopped back on the tree.
And you didn't get picked off?
No, but now I am. I can hide as a snowman. I'm a snowman.
You have 2 minutes.
2 minutes to jump as a snowman.
You see, he gets it honestly, right? The Niners is going to be Zach. You're going to get yourself a paper football.
When?
The Texans, although they're starting Davis Mills, no Nico, no Tank. Pierce is a bust. They've flipped so quickly on how... I'm not worried about them so much anymore. Need the Titans to beat them for sure. All right, guys, I got to roll to go to this tournament. I will be back. Sorry for the rush. Let's hang out more tonight, all right? Peace.